here. Anyways, Infi versus Shishi, third match of the day. Huya Super League. We're still in the round of 16. Best of 3. The two Chinese going up against each other. Infi is certainly the favorite here, but let's see what happens on map 1. Oh, wait a minute. We need some music. Some good old Warcraft music. Otherwise, it sounds a little dry. There we go. Shishi spawning in the top right, playing the Warden. He never really used to be too big of a Warden player now, did he? Foggy, yes. Moon, even, yes. Lawliot, of course. Colorful even recently has been playing a lot of Warden, but Shishi? Not really. He's normally the Demon Hunter player. In the past it was the Keeper, of course, on the old patch, but there, well, you had to play Keeper. But now trying it with the Warden. Interesting. On Northern Isles, this has been experimented with more and more. Warden starting off at the safe green cam to begin with. And sending up a second Ancient of War really early. Is that just for creeping, or is that for mass hunts? Mass hunts is a strategy that Night Elves will oftentimes attempt against a fast expanding human. And it normally always fails when I see it. When the great humans defend against it. But TH and Infi most recently have been favoring one base play over two base play. The tier 2 timing seems so strong with the casters, with the rifles, and the second hero. Against Demon Hunter, the second hero is normally either Naga or even Blood Mage. Blood Mage has been very popular lately. But against Warden, it may very well be the Mountain King. Unfortunate ensnare here for Shishi. This archer trapped and will be dying. Warden desperately looking for some experience. But nice blocks from the AM, from the footies. And Footman last hit from the AM. No experience over to the Warden. Still pretty far away from her level 2. And here comes the tech. Warden checks the main. Checks to see what's going on. Sees the tech. Knows there will be no fast expo. So far, this Warden play, not too impressive. But of course her golden age? No. Her prime is when she reaches the high levels. Level 4, level 5, level 6. This is where the Warden shines. But at the moment she's level 1. Despite having 2 Ancients of War. Was that a hard read by Shishi? Was he just so certainly expecting the fast expo? Or was this really for creeping? I'm not sure. So far this Warden play doesn't look too fluid, doesn't look too effective. Normally when we see Lawlight play the Warden, it looks like he's always getting something done on the map, and that it feels like with a Warden you really need to do that. Oh, nice last hit. Did he get it? Yeah, he did. Infi, pretty crisp right now, looking really good, making very few mistakes. Here comes the blacksmith for the rifles in a moment. So, 6 footies total, if I saw that right. We have 4 footies still left. Now with defend, very important against these archers. 4 footies still left after the 2 that die, that makes it 6. Quick maths. Oh, lose an archer as well. That could have perhaps been controlled a little bit better. Infi not phased at all just yet. Even stealing the natural. And that's such a big deal to the Warden. She needs this experience. She would love to find a pen of energy here. What's the aim gonna get? Ring +4. For the MK, that's pretty good. Oh, Warden comes in, steals the last hit. Nicely done. Now has Fan of Knives. Commits that as well to the footies. AM's close to 3. Would love to get a few more kills over here. One with the Shadow Strike on the AM, but it's only level 1 Shadow Strike, so it's not gonna lead to a kill or a TP. Replenishment that was found earlier, by the way, also really nice. Footies seem to be sent to the slaughter up here. They may not be able to return back home. But it's more experience. This should be the level 3 AM when these creeps finally die. And boom, there we go. I think that's it. Is it? Yep. Level 3 AM with really high mana. He's almost got full mana. Oh, that's gonna be so many water elementals. One more footman dies. A little bit more experience at least for the warden. We have lores coming up. But tier 3 is required. As we all know, tier 2 Night Elf does not stand a chance against tier 2 human. Blood Mage coming in. Okay, no MK. Blood Mage, of course, makes a ton of sense against the Warden for the Siphon. The Warden just died. What? Ooh. Ooh. She is having a rough game over here. Alright then. Plenty of mana for this AM. Seemingly endless mana. Siphon the Null Warden. Siphon him. Oh, the Flute of Accuracy as well. That is gonna be a sight for sore eyes for these rifles. Full mana AM. Jesus. Jesus. Is that a shop right there? Probably a shop. Warden needs levels desperately. So, this game obviously looking pretty bad so far. Ooh, Flame Strike. That's cool. Obviously looking pretty bad so far for Shishi. But, there is a silver lining here. With this dark cloud. And that is, a level 6 Warden can defeat pretty much any tier 2 army by herself. So, only thing Shishi needs to achieve is level 6 Warden. Now, as you may have noticed, that only came with a bit of sarcasm, because that's not easy to do. But, if he does get level 6 Warden, this game is still winnable. Peasants coming in as well. Ready to tower up a little bit. This proxy shop is easily gonna be gunned down, quite literally, from these rifles. Oh, heal wards, by the way. Infi found the heal wards. Those are gonna be very nice. No heal scroll, as it seems, but heal wards. Warden full mana. First bear is coming. Is he approaching tier 3? Flame Strike. Archers don't take too much damage, but the Dryads sure do from the rifles and the water elementals. It's too many water elementals to abolish. GG. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was brutal, dude. That was just savage. And I feel like that's pretty much always what the Warden looks like if you're not a master of her. Like, you misstep once. Like, not even when she died, like before that. If you mess up your creep route, if you don't accelerate quick enough, if you don't find the right items and levels in time, if you don't have the Ancients of War in the right position. Like, if you lose a little bit of momentum with the Warden, it just feels like she falls flat on her face. Against, you know, the very strongest players. Even Law Liant hasn't been able to make Warden work against human. Warden is, or can be very good against human, but normally in 2 base versus 2 base games. But the meta nowadays is all about 1 base, 1 base. From what I've seen. The map picks and bans, by the way, or at least the picks. We have Amazonia as the map pick, loser's pick choice for Shishi, and loser's pick for Infi is Concealed. Pretty straightforward. AZ, very good for Ancient of War creeping, pretty easy for Night Elf to level. Concealed, complete opposite. And that's mostly what it's about. Creeping, leveling, early game, acceleration. We have had 2 2-0s so far today, and don't want to be a negative Nancy, but this series so far is looking like a 2-0 as well. Unless Shishi digs deep and improves tremendously in game 2. Like, RO16 was the bigger underdog on paper, but he put up a better fight than Shishi did. That was just pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Of course, all props to Infi. Deserves praise for that game 1. That was just pretty much flawless. And a straight up tier 2 push with, like, what was that, 45 supply or something? As we've been seeing so many times recently. I don't think the Warden is the hero to hold off against that. What is the hero to hold off against that is the question. Is it the Keeper? Certainly not. The Keeper's trash against Human. Demon Hunter seems to be the best option. I've seen some people try with Dark Ranger first. However, not so much the Greats. Not so much the Foggies and Moons and Reminds. Night Elves, of course, we all know, are having a very tough time in this matchup nowadays, and almost everyone is struggling. Apparently, from what people have been telling me, Remind has been doing pretty well, is what Neutron told me, and Starshaped told me that Remind is the new god of Night Elf versus Human. Moon's Panda first mass expansion is the truth. That sounds like a fun playstyle, but certainly not playable on every map. So, Observer as well, interested in the first hero choice. What's it gonna be? I'm expecting a demon here. If he plays Warden. Okay, demon it is. That seems more reasonable now, doesn't it? It's gonna be a nice quick jump start to level 2 for the demon. And then with the troll camps and perhaps a couple of detonates against water elementals, quick level 3 might not even be unattainable. I still think many Night Elves don't value this enough. Level 3 demon is so good. We'll see how it goes. Item drops here also a big deal. Claws plus slippers on a demon early are tremendously strong. And perhaps Shishi needs a bit of luck. I feel like he does need a bit of luck here going his way, to be honest. Oop. Lightning shields casted aplenty. Agitome starts off well. Gloves of haste. Kind of bad. I think this is the worst item nowadays, on low levels at least. It scales well into the late game though. Mantle. Alright. Demon Hunter certainly not with the nuts. Ring and Mantle for the AM. Not the greatest, not the worst. And now classic level 2 Demon Hunter aggression. Need to make a couple of archers first before attempting any other creep camp. And also want to slow down the human, because if you leave the human completely alone, he can creep to level 3 really, really, really easily. First 2 camps taken as we just saw. Then go towards the kobolds in the middle, and militia creep the green, and boom, that is level 3 precisely. Archers coming in is always dangerous. If they run in range, they trigger the end snare. And they just did. Trapper coming in, swoop. And that's kind of something that you should see coming. Oh, but Infi is not committing to the archer kill. Deciding instead to put damage on the demon. Loses one of his footies. Oh, could this be a TP trigger? Trying to do it with a stutter stepping. Wow. Actually triggers the TP. Just with the AM. That's pretty annoying. TP not necessarily something... What's the archers doing? What? Shishi, what was that? One archer lost there very unnecessarily. Misclick, perhaps. Boots this time for the AM. Sells the gauntlets. New hero Masuda. Our very dear mod. Resubbing for 15 months. Thank you very much. Did you go to Hamburg for New Year's, by the way? Didn't you guys plan that? I have not been updated. Level 3 AM now, with a militia creep at the green. And Demon Hunter is still far, far away from that level 3. Naga comes in now, so... Footies might be in danger. So might the AM. But he's got boots. Best item in the game. Which saves him. Counter Naga. No Blood Mage this time. Naga certainly stronger early on in level 1 in the early mid-game stages, but Blood Mage much stronger in the late game for the mass banish against the bears. Footies diving into the main as well. Footies being split up here everywhere. 2 in the middle, 3 in the main, looking for the lore cancel. I feel like they need a bit more damage though. With an AM here along with them, there would certainly be a cancel. And here comes the AM. Ready for the water elemental as well. TH trying... Shishi. Goddamn. Trying to stop that from happening, but not gonna succeed in attempting this. AM even gets away, no TP usage required. Was that a heal scroll? No, it's too early for heal scroll. We only have that at daytime. How is this 10 HP AM putting on so much pressure? Well, because it's Infi, I guess. That's how. Maybe Shishi's targeting could be a little bit better here. This AM should have been forced away a long time ago. It feels like now he is forced away. Losing one more foot. Oh my god. Did all the footies survive? Are you serious? And the Naga survived as well. Sick early game by Infi once again. So disruptive. At the same time, minimizing his own losses so well. And if he had a shop in the back, now everything's healing up. Oh, he did have a shop in the back. Oh, look at that region scroll. Juicy, juicy. But TP is gone now. AM is pretty low HP, so this is kind of scary. There is a priest out now as well, which is a big deal. He's going to be able to heal up at least one target very well. That should be the AM. Another ring. Might even be kind of helpful. Double ring given over to the Naga. That's interesting. Suddenly she's a semi-tank. Demon Hunter still wanting of that level 3. Sorcerer's coming out. Gigi needs to buy time for his tier 3. Tier 3 is about to be done. Shredder. Why get the Shredder? I hate these Shredder purchases. When you're under pressure, this is almost 400 gold going into economy. Like, did he really need that lumber? A shredder itself is 100 lumber. Oh, Naga in trouble. Getting slowed, getting double slowed from the sorceress and from the enemy Naga. But she does get away. He lost all wisps? Well, then he should remake some wisps. Did he really lose all wisps? Maybe he did. Shredder can, of course, fight as well, in theory. But normally he doesn't really hold his ground too well against a couple of rifles. Invul now being stolen, or heal scroll at least. But also Invul most likely, that's a big deal. Demon Hunter really needs that Invul. Oh, this is not looking good for Shishi. This is not looking good at all. 50 supply for Infi, and in we go. Master training about to finish. No Orb of Venom yet for Shishi, I believe. Oh, that was a nice roar though, to be fair. Affecting pretty much the entire army. 2 bears, 1 shredder. Couple of archers and the heroes. Is that good enough? Tower's coming up pretty defensively. So, in we go. No dryads at all. No abolish at all, but also no instant kills for the rifles, I guess. Oh, Shredder is getting some value here, I see. Oh, the bear nicely saved there to the back. But now you can see, once the Shredder is focused, he dies so quick. Boom. There we go. Shredder down. But Shishi is pushing Infi back here a little bit towards the shop. That's gonna give him the opportunity to cancel the tower, and that he will be able to do. AM is level 4, and Demon finally gets to level 3. Shishi, perhaps he is holding. I thought this was possibly gonna be over real quick, but not so fast. Is there still a heal scroll available for Infi? I'm not sure. He's getting a new one, so seems like the answer to that was no. Here comes that heal scroll. Bear's getting sniped out one by one, but I must say, Shishi holding off here pretty well even without that Orb of Venom. But now the Demon in trouble. He certainly can't afford to lose the first hero. Demon will get away. Bears, though, not so lucky. No staff to save him. One bear's gonna die. Infi had to fall. Oh, nice staff. He does get the staff there. Last second save. Infi had to kite back there pretty hard, but the push isn't over yet. Quite a bit of the army here for Shishi is quite bruised. One bear is low and will die. The staff was still on cooldown. Naga now level 3. Should be the level 2 cold arrow, I think. Which is a ton of slow. And now Infi is standing between the production and the real army, kind of. Everything's low. He needs this hero kill. He needs this AM hero kill, but he is the first one to lose the hero. The Demon dies, so do all the archers pretty much, and that's GG. 2-0 for Infi. Game 2 was not too easy for him, unlike Game 1, seemingly. But still, a convincing victory by the human.